everybody. So wonderful to see you all today. Welcome to our Thousand Year Door Thursday stream. Our train Thursday. I don't know, something with alliteration. We're fine. We're totally fine. So yeah, welcome in everybody. Happy to see you. Petulant Cobra, thank you for redeeming first, and congratulations on being first. And K Menzel, thank you for redeeming word of the stream. So we're just gonna get that changed to a nice little exclamation point bonk, which just seems very applicable because I think you've been bonked twice already, though I'm not clear on what the first one was, since you did that yourself. But I trust your judgment on that, and I assume you deserve it. What color are we gonna do today, guys? Oh, I don't know. Oh, cool. There's like a palish yellow chalk. That seems fun. And yeah, thanks everybody for stopping in for more Paper Mario, which is a great game, as we all know. So there you go, K Menzel. We got ourselves a nice little bonk. I could break 100 pieces of chalk and still have 44 left in the colors. And then I have another box of white. So like, K Menzel, you are very, very aware of exactly how much chalk I have. I think we got like a back to school sale for teachers or something because we got so much chalk we just wanted to get a small amount. You know what? It does sound like a threat. You're right, Petulant Cobra. Okay, so quick recap for everybody. We finished off, this is the hero stream we all need. Hello, Ash. Welcome in. Lovely to see you guys from your fancy time zones that are not the same as mine, but y'all are super, super welcome. As a quick recap, last time we did a whole bunch of running around, a bunch of errands, several trips back and forth to Keelhaul Key that could have been more efficient than they were, and that's fine. And so today, now that we have managed the mob one more time, we get to go ride a train. And the train is called the Excess Express. And so I'm sure whatever happens on there is going to be super excessive, probably kind of hype. You know, it'll be fun, it'll be fine. I'm sure nothing awful is going to happen. We're level 18. Our playtime is 28 hours and 10 minutes, which is a lot. And let's see what happens when we try and figure out what we're doing. Quick spoilers as like we pull things up. There's a lot of having to find the right person to talk to activate the next step in this one, and I don't remember who they are or what order they go in, so you get to watch me kind of experiment and also get frustrated at my email again. Oh yeah, sweet. I have Super Luigi Book 1. That's very exciting. It's very exciting. Oh, cool. So the creepy Steepleboo actually wants to be friends, which is fine. Nothing bad can happen messaging strangers on the internet. You know what, Ash? I'm not gonna weigh in on that. Yeah. So we're just now randomly getting emails from people that we've helped with stuff. Oh, did we never go back and become the champion again? Guys, we have random extra content now that we have the Spike Shield badge. But we're doing Excess Express today, I promised, because it's Train Thursday or something. I don't know. Teaching kids good netiquette? Netiquette. I get it. That's funny. I like that, actually. Oh. I find it a little bit upsetting that when we go help someone with like a trouble, they just get our email. I think our email must be very easily guessable because it feels like everybody can just message us. I haven't heard that word since 2003. Well, you know what? We're all among friends here. We can admit to our ages. That's fine. Yes, I am going to be boarding the Excess Express today with my wonderful friend Vivian. Brain Thursday. Yes, Poison Darth Frog. I see T's turning into THs all the time here. Cool. Wait. Ash, Marion is a different Shadow Siren. Okay, we're on a train. That's exciting. We're so excited. Oh. I'm gonna undo that. Three days of excess. This is a lot. Yeah, you did get deleted, Ash. It's because you posted a link. Mario@itsame.net. Which is obviously our email address. That is fair. Email addresses aren't links. That's true, actually. So Stream Elements makes weird decisions. Yes, fantastic, Ash. Fantastic joke. I really enjoy that joke. Also, yes. Oh, hey, chapter 6. It's almost like I knew I stopped right before this started. So, yeah, we're gonna try some chapter 6. Guys, I'm sharing a cabin with Vivian, but it's called my room. Wow, the Excess Express. This is really nice, Mario. The 3 days to Poshley Heights are gonna seem like nothing. Also, guys, it takes 3 days to get to Poshley Heights. 3. Yes, the parallax scrolling in the window. Huh? Mario, there's something lying on the floor, I think. I didn't notice it before. Oh my gosh, she crouches. She crouched to move over to it. Don't go to Poshley Heights. Get off the train now or a sticky, yummy doom awaits it. Chicago to San Francisco by train. So, Petulant Cobra, the reason that it seems ridiculous to me is that I'm pretty sure within like a chapter of here, we get a pipe that takes us there instantly. So, it just seems really odd to me that, like, it takes that long by fancy train. So maybe the speed limit's like 20 kilometers an hour or something. Like, it didn't take 3 days for us to get to Keelhaul Key on a boat. It took, like, 1 or something? I don't know. Yeah, good thing this world has mushrooms. Yes. Yes. Okay, pipes are magic. That's fine. So, we've been threatened by... Oh, no. A weird threat. Could it be Baldam's work? My sister is a weird one. Whoever it is, it's obvious that they're on this train somewhere, right? We have to find who's responsible before anything crazy happens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wizards do use pipes. That is a solid point. Okay, so we got a suspicious note. And also a shine sprite. And so we have to figure out... Great, and I got a dried shroom. So we have to figure out who left the suspicious note. I've actually never been on a multi-day train ride. Yeah, okay, that's a word. I've never been on a multi-day train ride. I've been on some long ones, but I don't think more than like 5 hours. I've been on longer flights, but those are honestly, to me, much less comfortable than trains typically. Still, I tend to bring lots of chips, which also are not mushrooms. Oh, that's interesting, Fal. I know that our transit systems here are very train-based, and so I've been on both subway trains and, like, passenger trains, and then we also have, like, specifically in this area, we have, like, 2 types of trains. We have kind of the trains for long journeys, and then we have the GO train, which is sort of its own, like, transit-style hub, that it's a bit easier than a subway, easier than a bus, because it goes further, but it's still very much commuter-style. Okay, so we need to figure out who left us this note. GO trains are mentioned in a Bare Naked Lady song. Right. Oh, that's a shame, Fowl. Transit is, like, really important. Okay, so someone left a mysterious note. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the dining car where you eat and stuff. Some people take the train just so they can eat our yummily fabulous food. And this trip, we have a super famous actor on board, Zip Toad. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm totally swooning. I so hope he comes here to eat soon. Okay, so she's something. This dude. Hello, I am Chef Shimi, the culinary expert. Glad to make your acquaintance. So sorry, cheap is my first language, you know. Today's lunch is so amazing, it will make your tongue cry out in shame. Please do taste it, so that my passion does not wither alone in a pot of loneliness. Okay, so that is another character. It was her. Poison Darth Rock just instantly this. I accept and value that perspective. What have I got in terms of gear? Wow, I have a lot of stuff that I don't really care about. Interesting. Yeah, train trips across, like, all of Canada are kind of intense. Chef Shimi, soon to become sashimi. Well, you know what, Ash? There is a whole chapter. Who knows? Anything could happen. That's what's fair. Do you think that I would make that, you know, double the price, K Mental? So we were in room 5. That's our room. Let's start interrupting other people in other rooms. Checking their drawers. Oh, cool. He's got several detective novels here. Oh! You know what? That's actually kind of cool, Petulant Cobra. I sort of expect, like, it's kind of in the design of the system, but that would make sense to me. If it's a room share and there's 2 occupants instead of 1. Like, but even hotels don't always do that. Like, sometimes it's a per guest fare, which is very frustrating to me, because I'm like, if it's 1 room, it shouldn't matter how many people are in the bed, but fine. Okay, so I feel like I recognize this guy. 20-person train trip. Woo! Party! Ash is bringing the mushrooms. I feel like I recognize this guy from Paper Mario. So if you were around for my Paper Mario playthrough, you might also recognize him a little bit. It was that suspicious looking detective, Poison Darth Frog. I mean, yeah, again, all we learned in Paper Mario is that he's actually not a very good detective, so I wouldn't be surprised if he, like, accidentally. Anyway. Oh, what kind of voice could I do for this guy? Oh man, I don't remember what I did last time either. That's okay. He'll be pretty normal then. I don't think I could do. I really want to toss Vernon's accent into this somewhere, but like I don't know where. I don't know that I could keep up with Eric with the skill on that. Something maybe growly? Nah, it'll be fine. I am on my way back home. I have strayed so long, I have forgotten what it looks like. Do Welsh. That dude in the red hat. Robert Downey Jr. Oh my gosh, could I do a Robert Downey Jr.? So that's really all that penguin says, which is super unhelpful to me right now. So let's check. Oh, hey, there's a... Let me just check. Okay, there's nothing. Nothing there. What's up, dude? Me? I have a very important deal to attend once we arrive in Poshley Heights. I'm traveling on business, so everything goes on the expense account. Yes! Okay, so that's a businessman. That's great. Okay. Oh, cool. Their drawer had a star piece in it. Sorry, guys. I definitely stole from you. Oh, you are the champion of the Glitz Pit, are you not? Yes, yes, the great Gonzalez. Bound for Poshley Heights. Well, it is certainly a fitting place for a celebrity like yourself. We are en route to Poshley Heights to buy a birthday present for little bub here. Oh, my. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Bub, and we're gonna get a birthday present from me, and it'll be cool.
It's nice of them to take the walls down and back up so you can see better in each room. Yeah, it's true. If I had to, like, just see from the door, it would suck, but also that's hilarious. Matthew rather than Michelle McConaughey. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Fal, do you not get many birthday presents anymore? I know that, like, when I hit kind of my mid-20s, it definitely became a much less common thing. Like, most people are willing to say happy birthday, and I might manage to get a couple of friends to come out and have dinner with me or something like that, but there's not much that goes on in the way of present exchange. Yeah, it's a very different feel as a kid. With the Darth Rug, I enjoy your constant accusations. I love this. Let's see if you're right. It's probably Bub. It's definitely Bub, right?
Aren't you jealous?
Oh man, you seem like a brat. I don't know if I have a birthday present to give Lady QEW this year. K Menzel. Just open the closet and count. I'll give you a hint. You need 4. If you have 4 things in that closet, then you have enough to give me a birthday present this year. I think K Menzel is making a joke, personally. Because K Menzel has been giving me, ever since our, like, 6-month wedding anniversary, monthly presents. And so if he somehow doesn't have something for my birthday, I'll be confused.
Hello to you and welcome to the XX Express. I'm the conductor of this train, and I trust you must be Mr. Mario from room 5. Make yourself at home, sir. What's that? Some sort of a sticky, yummy threat? I see. Good gracious me. If I hear anything else, I will let you know immediately.
Giving you the present of appreciating what you already have. Valid. I'll take it. That toad does have Darth Maul colors, Poison Darth Frog. Eagle eye there. Yeah. So he's also kind of standing in the way, which is fine. So we didn't really learn anything, but we did manage to, like, talk to somebody who apparently existed. Hello, Jake Bob Dart. Welcome back. Yes. We have accomplished very little, except we found the right NPC to talk to, because now things are different. So, as we discussed last time, hello, Sika92, welcome to you as well. So as we discussed last time, this is very much a game of find the right person to talk to advance the story, and I think the conductor might have been the right person to talk to, because now all of these people are kind of gathered around here, and, like, there's these random drips on the floor, and, like, stuff is happening. So, like, this is super sketch a little bit, and I'm also a little bit sad because I kind of meant to go through the whole train to show you guys, but it means that you haven't seen rooms 4 through 1 yet. And that's probably okay. That's probably okay. Toads can any wield? Yeah, that's true, actually. I was not expecting them to have lightsaber capabilities. Oh my gosh. I kind of love that, Ash. I used to actually collect keychains. And so, like, small things like that can definitely be appreciated. Okay, so all these people seem to be arguing, so I'm just gonna talk to one of them. Oh my gosh, I literally just did his voice and I already can't remember.
Yes, I can say without the slightest hesitation that this smells like a case to me. But what shall we call it? That is the question before us. Yes, what to call it? Yes, the case of the pot of supper stew that vanished suddenly and mysteriously. Indeed, that will do nicely. My dear train passengers, this is a full-fledged mystery, one that impacts you all. I think I talked to them in the wrong order. Apparently something to do with supper has gone missing. Yeah, super snappy title. Perfection. And Jake Bob,
I appreciate that. I also really kind of enjoy running up and down the train, just talking to everybody and learning nothing. So now there's screaming, because we've noticed that there's a mystery. A mystery, you just said! And, exactly what kind of dish is that?
I am known as Pennington. You likely would not guess it, but I am a detective. At the risk of immodesty, you might say I have a certain nose for these things. And this little conundrum, my dear fellow passengers, poses no challenge to me, indubitably. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, Poison Darth Frog. He's a detective? Oh my gosh. Ooh! The central clue of this case, and also the most vital one as it happens, is that our perpetrator took the whole pot, stew and all, and this, esteemed friends, leads me to believe that the one responsible is you gluttonous woman! Okay, so he pointed his finger at the What? Me? Are you totally cuckoo? I have, like, no idea what you're talking about.
Pardon me. Sorry, please accept my apologies, my dear woman. I felt I needed to practice my accusation skills, you understand? Yes, sorry. Jake Bob Dart, thank you for redeeming Stop It's Hammer Time for Hammer Time. This is a very interesting one. I might have to put a pause on that redemption because the way this works is the next time I enter combat, I can only use the hammer. And I think it might be a long time before I get to combat. And so I will definitely keep that in my rewards queue, and the next time that there is combat, I will exclusively use the hammer. Regardless of what I'm facing. Long time before you get to combat, what is this, the 7? Volke Menzel. All I'm saying is it doesn't happen in episode 2 of this chapter. He does need to sound like Hercule Poirot, but I don't know what Hercule Poirot sounds like. And so very much I'm like incredibly not prepared for this chapter in terms of NPC, the NPC voices, which is fine. Just hammer the people while they talk. That's fantastic. I would love to do that, Poison Darth Frog. Also, I really would like to point out, Poison Darth Frog, congrats to you, because the first person you accused is the same person that Pennington also first accused. So, obviously, you are both onto something. Oh my gosh, I would show up to that dinner, Fal, if Ash was narrating. David Suchet impression. Yes! Yes, I need to work on that impression. Who I assume is the actor for Poirot. I recognize some things and not other things. Very good. Now, let us get serious, shall we? Murder mystery dinners in the past. Ash, I know you can't reasonably invite me to one of those, / vice versa, because it would involve an international flight in the middle of a global pandemic, but that sounds fantastic. Shall I say impersonation as a stopgap? No, now, let us get serious, shall we? All I know is he mumbles a lot and sounds vaguely French-Canadian. And also, I think had a stroke or something that impacted half of his mouth, so he can't move it? Am I making that up? Jean Chrétien, in case there are some very confused people in chat right now, is a former Prime Minister of Canada, who was a Prime Minister for just a very long time while I was growing up, before I could vote. He was, Quebecois, like he was French-Canadian. And yeah, okay. I'm not sure I could do a Chrétien impression then. So he's a known political figure to me. And maybe to not very many other people, but that's okay. Sylvester Stallone with the... Yeah, okay. This, I believe, will be a case worthy of my intellect. Yes. A proof is a proof. What kind of a proof? It's a proof. A proof is a proof. And when you have a good proof, it's because it's proven. That very much feels like a direct quote, Kim Menzel, in an unfortunate way. Nadia.
Let me get this straight. So what we know so far is that we don't know who the culprit is, and I guess that's about it, right?
Oh, this scene is for total squares. Forget you guys, I'm going back to my room.
Humph! You there, in a bit of a hurry to get back to your room, eh? You, sir, are highly suspicious.
I've just changed his accent midway through.
I have just broken this case. The true culprit, I believe, is Zip Toad, the actor.
Zip Toad? The Zip Toad? No way, Mr. Detective Person. You're just making stuff up, you Tweety geezer. Paddington is a Quebecian.
Tweety geezer? Geezer! I can't say I've deserved such a verbal thrashing, but, well then, who did do it, Humph! This puzzle deepens with every confounding step.
Aw, heck yeah, that sounds so good. I like food, so what I'm gonna send is that bean fat. Okay, so they're arguing. Still, I'm gonna try talking to somebody else.
My magnificent stew. Why?
Okay, so he's upset about his meal.
This geezer is totally, like, way out of control.
Okay, so she's upset in general. So lame. Okay, that's great. Ugh. Okay, so after that fabulous set of... Is Hercule from Germany? I missed that bit. I didn't think so. I think he was from France. Hello, yes, airplane company. One flight, please. I have a dinner to attend. It was Vivian. Poison Darth Rock, don't you dare point at her like that. I'm kidding. I'm just gonna talk to him again because, like, legitimately...
You, my whiskered friend, have been hovering rather suspiciously, haven't you? Find that rather suspect. Highly suspect indeed! People, I have apprehended the rogue. Yes, I have broken the case wide open.
I'm, like, mixing up French and German again. Hello, Notorious Mango. Thank you so much for the follow. And nice to see you over here. That's really cool. Super awesome to have you pop in here. Aw, thank you. So sweet. That's great. We'll play it by ear. Oh my gosh. Petulant Cobra, that's so great. Belgians are vicious, based entirely on my knowledge of one League of Legends host from Belgium. Which one is that? K Menzel? Is that Cadril? It's not, right? Shocks. I don't think she was born there, but she might have lived there for a while. I thought she was from, like, I thought she was Dutch, but maybe she is. Oh, you know what? That's fair. Hold on. I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna type since there's some, oh my gosh. Okay, so she is from Belgium. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm getting distracted from the detectiving, guys. It's almost like this part is not gonna lead to solutions. Anyway.
He has been skulking about this area the whole time under our very noses. The pot of supper stew that vanished suddenly and mysteriously, bandit, is you!
Ugh, hecking work. Well, enjoy your lurk, Jake Bop Dart. I do have a lurk command if you wanna toss that in and essentially have a bot roll a stealth check for you. Welcome back, Michelle. We are having a conversation with the penguin again.
You are not a bandit, you say? Indeed, you would say that. Well, if you are not, in fact, the crook, then perhaps you could prove your innocence by searching for the real perpetrator. Then we will know that it is not you.
There? I mean, not really. How? I think someone just, like, evaporated in smoke. I have an unlurk command, K. Menzel. What is counterlurk for? Ash, parties miss being cooked for by you. Just 100%. Okay, so it's to stop other people from lurking. You know what? Actually, yes. That and Petulant Cobra is solidly accurate on this. If you want to add that, K. Menzel, you go right ahead. And what I would like it to be is a perception check. And so however you want to set that up in terms of wording, like get yourself a random d20 roll in there on perception to see if you notice them well enough to like actually see them lurking away. My French accent, will you join me for the next Call of Cthulhu one shot? Michelle, that is so sweet of you. I'm a little bit like mildly terrified. My French accent is, in my opinion, very mediocre and gets crossed with German a lot. All these lurky people are suspicious. It's them. They stole the stew. Voice of Darthrock. Your accusations are fantastic, and I just... Oh, man. Okay, so we now have to find the perpetrator. So... This looks like spilled stew on the carpet, doesn't it? Yes, Vivian, you're a genius. Darling, thank you so much for your help. Don't you think we can just follow the drops to the thief, Mario? It might even be the same person who wrote that mean note threatening us. What makes me say that? If they're with my sister, she gives no lunch breaks. Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. Okay, sorry. Just 1 second, because I'm just gonna show them all who's boss there. The hammer. A little bit. It's fine. So we have to find where this stew goes. Which is this way. Okay, it doesn't go into this room. It does seem to go into this room. Very exciting. We're gonna go in here for a second though. Just to see what's up. Nothing here. Okay. So that's an empty room. It does seem to go into room 3. Do I want to show you guys the rest of the train now or later? Let's just figure this out. Oh my gosh! There's like a gourmet toad in here. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Dude, you're so suspicious. Whoa, what do you want? Burp. So sorry about that. Now, what were you saying? A pot from the kitchen? Oh, I get it. Food gets stolen and you blame the chubby guy. Not nice. What? Drops of stew on the floor outside? No, I wouldn't know anything about that. No, people spill stuff. And there's nothing in the drawer, so no need to look. You won't find a thing. People do spill stuff, confirm. This time when we look in the drawer, there's something under the magazines! A ginormous empty stew pot that we totally missed the first time we looked in that drawer, chat! This is why you have to talk to the NPCs first, because if you don't talk to the correct NPCs, you just don't find the thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I ate it all, it was me. Oh, okay, I trust you. Proceeds to never finish the game because of not looking in the drawer. Yeah. Well, chat, you're right. So, you are so enamored of the stew that you wanted to steal it to devour more?
and you stole the entire pot when the chef was chopping shallots. Answer! Yes, that's right. I'm so sorry, but it was a brief moment of weakness. Stupid. Oh, dude, don't beat yourself up like that. Justice has been served. Very satisfying. May this terrible crime never recur. And you, my dear sir, yes, you with the unkempt facial hair. My keen sleuthing instincts identified you as the correct person to collar the ruffian. Now, about that note in your room, yes, I know of it. As the lone detective on this train, the conductor confided in me. But we cannot speak here. Find me in room 6 so that we may discuss this in private. I knew we should have looked for this giant pot under paper. This magazine pile is a little lumpy. And Mario's mustache is very kempt. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're right. The Penguin Detective is super sus. Like, it just makes me... Certain things in this game make me really happy, and finding an entire galley pot, like, designed to hold enough food to fill everybody on this train, under a stack of magazines in the drawer of a night table just feels very much like this game is made of paper and uses paper physics, my friends. Well, and please return the pot to the chef, if you could. Okay. Okay, Mr. Penguin Dude. I will do that. However, before we go to room 6, again. But Klepto what? He's not wearing a shirt. We're just gonna take a quick glance at the rest of the rooms. Oh, hello. You look fancy. Hello there, you sweet savage sleuth of a man. You. Feel spectacular, dear. Okay. Oh, she has lots of makeup. This is what we're learning. Oh. Ooh. That is very interesting. Okay. So that is Zip-Toad. Hey guy, getting falsely accused is a bummer, right? Don't I know it? Okay. I could live with getting wider, not rounder. I know, right? Cool. So yeah. We made it all the way to the front of the train where there is a save block. That seems... Oh, what's that? Ooh, on day 2, there's a brief stop for fueling. Very cool.
Greetings! Welcome to the Access Express. I'm what is called the train engineer. Our opulent journey to Poshley Heights will take approximately 3 days. And how do you find your accommodations? Are they not incredibly splendid? Our furnishings delight the eye, but the sway of our locomotive delights all else. So let's all hear it for the Access Express. Huzzah!
Okay, so that guy really likes his job. That's very refreshing, honestly. Cool. So that's the whole train, beginning to end. Which means, now, I believe we've been told to go to room 6 to meet up with the Detective Penguin, who is hopefully going to help us figure out what's going on with that mysterious note under our door, now that we've solved the case of the very missing stew supper thingamabobber. Ashley Gibson Ashley Gibson 06, thank you so much for redeeming Beavergun. What would you like, as usual? No, I really don't. I do not need to ask. So I have a lovely pair of elf ears, which I typically use for when I'm playing elven characters and or tiefling characters, any characters with pointy ears in D&D, because one of the other things that I do is I play D&D as part of the group Top Down Tabletop on Twitch every Saturday. And so I have some, you know, pretty cool... Oh, this one is not being very visible. Come on, cooperate a little bit more with me, honey. Get back in here! okay, Menzel, you're the one who made that command. This seems an awful lot like something that is your problem and not my problem. That's fantastic. So yeah, thank you very much, Ash, for redeeming Beaver Gun. Here are some lovely elf ears for you, and I hope that you enjoy. Which is fantastic. Okay, and Mario fell asleep while we were doing that. I'm just gonna. Okay, cool. So now she's kind of my fan, and I'm just gonna go real quick. Just, you know, leave. Okay, so he said room 6. So we're gonna go into room 6. Hey, NPC, talk to me. Aha! I have been waiting! Nope. I was rather impressed with your work on this latest case, I must admit. However, I do not think the one you apprehended is our sticky, yummy malcontent. I have deduced this from the lack of any incriminating clues in his room. In any case, I must say, I believe you have a certain knack for detective work. So it is decided then. I shall take you on as my new assistant. To reiterate, my name is Paddington. I am a detective from Poshley Heights. I am known in some circles as the penguin with the improbably large brain. I am sure you have heard of me, so that is all I will say on the subject. And as for your name, wait, I demand you do not tell me. I shall deduce your identity. That moustache, that nose. Oh, all too easy, you, sir, are quite obviously the famed Luigi, are you not? No need to introduce yourself. I know all about the famous Luigi. Now about this threat, our man has declared his intent to yummify the train. A sticky, tasty explosion. That family of bombs they are definitely suspect. Now, Luigi, we will reduce this case to rudimentary facts and deduce the truth. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know it's a funny reward, Ash. I appreciate your... Well, I appreciate the maturity isn't always required. So, he's told me to go talk to the Bond family. Sure. Oh. Guys, we advanced something. It's getting dark. Are you even listening? He's our little bub. Little bub's future. His present, obviously. Do you hear me talking? Okay, so they're arguing. Hey, you seem reasonable.
Mom and Dad are fighting about what to get me for my birthday. I'm so bored. I wish I'd brought my GBA.
Okay. I think we should get little Bub the Advanced Learner's Classic Series of Bobhomery. 2 words, cheap and boring. Think more luxurious, dear. Perhaps a car or a house. Aww. Oh, Ash. That does sound sad. Bub is too small for such things, Gold Bob. Stop thinking of your own social status. He needs something that will further his education, not spoil him, honestly.
I don't want any of that stuff they're talking about. Hey, mister, are you a detective now that you quit being a champion? Well, so, think you can detect what I really want for my birthday?
You know, this feels like how to progress the plot, so sure.
Really? Cool! Okay, if you bring me what I really want, then I'll give you something in return.
Poison Darth Frog, you are right to be sus about that. I do not see any arms going on over here, so I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so there's nothing in there.
Okay, here's a hint. It starts with an A. Got it?
I think... Does it perhaps stand for Giant Bomb Attack? So, this is where I start slightly losing the thread of who I need to talk to. I have a couple of suspicions.
I can hear everything that family's fighting about loud and clear from out here. One thing I heard was cute. That boy dreams of being a train engineer someday. What an interesting dream for a rich little kid like that.
Now here's the thing. We were told to find something that starts with the letter A. And we know that that guy seems pretty into train engineers. I'm pretty curious at this point to see what happens if I sort of just run over to the train engineer and talk to him. That might not be the play here. I might have to do something else in between, but that's my current thinking. Is that dude seems to have overheard something useful. So, you know. Oops. Grand burglary auto. Yes, that's definitely the GBA. Let's just hit this. Sneakbird Priestess, hello! Nice to see you. I appreciate that. I stan little kid who's really into trains. We all stan little kid who's really into trains, I assume. I don't know. I didn't actually ask chat. I just volunteered that on their behalf. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of stan that kid's not as much of a jerk as his parents. And, like, it really matters. Like, it just seems as though they're not listening to what he wants for his birthday. And so, like, let's go see if we can get him something he likes. So, what happens when I just talk to the train engineer again? Who really likes his job. He really likes his job. This guy is so excited about his job.
Running this train during the sunset is the high point of every day for me, so let's all hear it for the Excess Express.
Okay, perfect. So I have missed somebody on this, whatever. I've missed something. And I will tell you why I think that. Because I did not get the cutscene I wanted when I went there. And so I'm gonna have to go with Thought 2. I know, I didn't get the automated NPC message that I wanted, K. Menzel. Snakebird, I'm okay with wandering around and checking it for a little bit myself because my next thought, I have so many thoughts. This is counter lurk cutscene. Is the cutscene prevented from lurking? Not with a nat 1. So I either need to talk to the little dude again, probably, or I might need to talk to the penguin to get him to give me the answer, because the thing is, I know the answer already, and the game still requires me to find it. Like, to find it out as though I don't know. So I'm just gonna... Yep. It's a certain person's autograph. Now, we know the person he admires the most. I can't backseat, I don't even remember this part of the game that well. I know. It's weird. Like, with the number of times I've played this, it is honestly weird to me how poorly I remember this. So now I think what I need to find is a piece of paper. And what I know, which is not gonna help anybody, because I have done this in the wrong order so many times. What I know is that when Bub tells you he wants an autograph, the first person you're supposed to think of that's supposed to involve running back and forth is Ziptoad, but he doesn't want Ziptoad's autograph. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Vivian. Okay, so he only signs things for chicks, that's fine. So that's not where I get it. So I'm just gonna talk to the engineer again, because I legitimately don't remember if I'm making the bit up about needing a piece of paper. Okay, good, great. I don't need to find a piece of paper. I just remember, like, there just being so many adorable, like, different things that people say. So, thank you. I only sign for chicks. And there's not a single chick here, because she's a ghost. This one's a mouse, that's a Goomba, and that's a cloud. There are no chicks present. I have not even located a chick. Where in the world are you gonna find paper? In Paper Mario. I don't even know. I wish that I could have just pulled out the back of the mysterious note to have him sign it, but that's fine. The other thing, chat, that I am doing very differently on this playthrough is that typically I would have Stronked out. I would have my Yoshi pal to just like hop on him and run back and forth down train cars. However, I like Vivian better, so we're just gonna do this the slow way, because that way we get to enjoy Vivian's company. It be how we do. Yep, there are no baby chickens. None at all. Alright, bub. Did I solve your mystery?
So, did you bring me the thing I want most? Hey, yeah, bingo, mister. That's just what I wanted. You're a really good detective. Here's something for you, just like I said.
And then he hands me a Shine Sprite because this boy just had that in his pocket.
Thanks for the autograph. I'll take good care of it, I promise.
Guys, I got another cutscene, kind of. It now looks like nighttime.
Mr. Mario, I'm glad you spoke to me. I just remembered something suspicious. I found myself one blanket short when I was handing them out to passengers. I gave the last passenger my own blanket to make up for it, but it's vexing. I have exact blanket counts. It means someone came on board without a ticket. That stowaway just might be your suspect, Mr. Mario. Not only that, but if I don't get my blanket back, I'll be too chilly to sleep tonight. Oh my gosh, this poor Toad, guys. What pocket? Poison Darth Frog. Good point. Don't ask. Oh my gosh, his parents gave him that Shine Sprite for his last birthday because it was very prestigious and expensive. That seems quite valid. They're very rare. Don't have any partners to upgrade. Oh, what am I supposed to do with this? Just keeps it in his pocket. Call me Blanket P.I. Okay, so now I have to find his blanket. I might be able to just go do this. I don't know if there's someone I have to talk to make this work or not. Okay. I'm just gonna go try it first. Real quick, chat. Just in case I'm right. Just in case I don't need to, you know, activate this somehow. I'm just gonna go give a try to the end game on this one after I hit a save block. So, chat. What I'm going for here is that when we were looking through the train, there was, hello blanket pie, yes, there was a room that was empty. And we've just been told that we think someone came on board without a ticket. But we're really good at hiding. I think I might have figured it out. Exclamation point! Don't stop being an amazing vampire. Cute rescue. Okay. You know what, Notorious Mango? I can accept that. Thankfully, Juliana Foster did not die or get exploded or burnt up in sunlight, which means, so, I almost get that reference. I know that it's triggering something. It's triggering something on the corner of my brain and I can't remember where it's from, which is frustrating, but that's okay. I know, I think it would be fun to play Juliana with like slightly less stress of trying to find her sire, but like, F in chat for Vernon, who is legitimately her best friend now. It's so, yep, that little star at every speech bubble. Sus! Thank you, Poison Darth Frog, for the continuance. So we've surprised this guy a little bit, I think. So you found me. Well, as you see, I'm a ghost. I'm cursed to haunt this place. A blanket? Well, yes, the conductor did leave one here. He didn't realize that I'm a ghost.
A yummy sticky thread. No, I left no such thing. I can't even hold physical objects like pen and paper. What, you just want the blanket then? Well, I'll tell you where it is if you do something for me. What do you say? All I need is... You're alive! Da-da-da-da! No, just kidding. Just kidding. Actually, I passed away in this cabin many years ago, but I think my luggage is still in the baggage car here. Inside my bag is a diary that I kept since my earliest childhood days. And my fear is that someone would find and read it. That's what's kept me tied to this world. I can't leave this room, so can you please find it and bring it here? If you do that, I'll show you where the blanket is. So I think it's more that he just knows where it is, and instead of, you know, just searching the room ourselves and finding it, we're gonna... no. Jake Bopdart, I know exactly what happens when you read the diary. I'm not gonna do that. And don't you even dare read my diary, because if you do, a terrible fate awaits you. I'm not gonna read the diary. What kind of ghost do you take me for? That's funny. So we need to get to the luggage car now. So much running back and forth. But yeah, I will honestly just spoil this for you guys, chat, because it's truly kind of unbelievable. When you get his diary, you do have a chance to read it, and if you read it, the game ends. You just lose. You just... Like, how dare you do that? You're awful. And, as funny as that is, and as much as you could definitely, like, save and then go read it, and then it'll just...
Did you find it?
Oh my gosh, I'm getting worse at that every time. They give you so many ways to game over in this game.
What? A ghost? Eek!
Valuable life lesson. Respect privacy, especially of the dead. It's very important, chat.
And he won't give you the blanket unless you get his diary from the baggage car? I see. Well, go on in. You don't say no to ghosts.
Very true, actually. You do not say no to ghosts. Okay. Aha! There we go. I have spotted it. There is a sneaky way in. Ooh! Teach me not to be a grave robber. What's the difference between... Like, how long does someone have to be dead before it stops becoming grave robbing and starts becoming archaeology? Asking for a friend. The true suspect is in his diary. You have to read it. Oh, poisoned Arthrog. If I had not read it in a previous playthrough, I might have. Oh my gosh, this dude wants to see what's written in it. They're really laying it on thick. If they are likely to not have any known living relatives. Ooh, that's a line. That's an interesting line. Guys, I just want to get to combat so that I can hammer time. It's very much what I'm trying to do. So if I wanted to show you the game over screen, I could have done it right there. But instead, we're gonna be nice. We're gonna play nice with this ghost friend. Oh my gosh, it's so weird to try to stand next to him to talk. Yes, I found your diary. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Dude without a physical form totally handed me a blanket. That was, That was interesting. Oh, so we granted his request. Well, actually, maybe not. I've been here so long, I've gotten kind of used to it. The wallpaper's really great. Maybe I'll just stay a while longer. I can leave whenever I want. I don't know. Sounds to me like he's having the Petulant Cobra experience, where this is just a luxury for him. Ghosty is a little sussy. That's fantastic. He wants you to read his diary so you can die and join him. Amazing.
Okay. I might have to go talk to the guy in front of the baggage car. Yeah, I have to give him his blanket back. Ooh, all of us running around just talking to NPCs just so that we could go to sleep. That's legitimately what we're trying to do right now, chat. We're just trying to go to bed for the night. Have ourselves a little nap. The official distinction is having a permit. Oh my goodness, that's great. So I got a mushroom. And now I'm being told to go to sleep. That's perfect. So chat, we have managed to do what we set out to do with day one on the train. We have visited everybody on board. We have looked at everything. And we have solved whatever mysteries came our way. So we solved the mystery of the very large missing supper pot of delicious stew or some jazz, whatever that snappy title was. And we solved what does Bub want for his birthday. And we solved what the heck happened to the blanket. Subset, what the heck happened to the ghost's diary. So like that's pretty cool. We solved a lot of mysteries. And yeah, that means... Well, sounds like we should get some rest and let the conductor watch over things. I love that you get shorter every time you finish talking to Vivian. So we just go to sleep. I appreciate the fade to black there, game. This is awkward. Hey Vivian. Hey, hon. Trade voyage, day 2. Nighty night and good morning. Cool. So I know there's going to be a stop. Circle to black. You're right, it didn't fade. Good point. Fade to black. Yeah. So the next day has started. And it starts with another email. Oh, I never gave the pot back. Whoops. Haha. Vivian watched you sleep. You know what? That's fair. Here, have your pot back. Gosh, that dude struggles with English in a way that's so fabulous. You so totally bagged that chubby guy in record time. I was way impressed. Hey, come to think of it, I could use your skills. Could you help me? Really? Oh, wow. Okay. So I lost these shell earrings that my ex-boyfriend gave me, and they're like all full of memories and stuff. Could you maybe look for them or something, please? So this is interesting. So we are... Mario had the pot all along. So, she's missing something. That's very interesting. So we're doing the thing again, where we're just gonna talk to, like, all the NPCs. Just to see if maybe we can, like, advance the story a little bit. I have, like, too much stuff in my bag. Let me see if I can get rid of some of it first. Okay. Hey, dude. I do not want a mini Mr. Mini. I do not want a dried shroom. I don't really want a spite pouch. And I don't really want a courage shell either. Is that a ghost for sale? It is a booze sheet, poison Darth Frog, which makes you invisible. It is, but... Or, like, at the very least, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with dried shrooms, but I am being lazy. So he can hold the couple's cake for me, and he can hold the whack-a-thon. And that should be fine. Oh, no, this is the door. Whoops! It is true that if I hadn't done the pit of 100 trials yet, I would need that dried shroom more for what's coming up because of the fact that it heals poison, and that is very helpful. Can I use meteor meal in place of cornmeal or bone meal? If you want to. Oh. Okay, so he's also missing something. Ah, my dear Luigi, your timing is impeccable. A new case has arisen. Now then, Mr. Businessman, please explain the facts to my assistant, Luigi.
Okay, here's the deal. When I woke up this morning, my briefcase was gone. It contained all the contracts for our next deal and even our new product prototype. If I don't recover it, I'll lose my job at the least.
Now, calm yourself. The next part is vital, so tell Luigi very slowly.
Of course. Our company's new product is nitro honey syrup. Used properly, it's an amazing product that can even raise the dead. But if mixed with the calcium from a seashell and a bit of gold, well then the results are explosive. The resulting goo blast would immobilize everyone here in a sticky yet yummy shellac.
Let's examine these facts, shall we? Someone has stolen your briefcase. So you definitely had it yesterday. And the train has not stopped at all in the intervening time. I have it! Rudimentary, my dear Luigi, rudimentary. The thief is still on the train. Aha! Luigi, have you spoken to the waitress and the lady in cabin 2? They have both lost something on this train. The waitress lost shell earrings. We did know that, but we didn't go to cabin 2 yet. And the lady Toodles lost a gold ring. Luigi, if the same person who stole those objects also has the nitro honey syrup, they could make this goo blast. They could carry out the threat in the note. So it is simple, Luigi. We must find that thief. We must apprehend the suspect before this dastardly plan is put into effect. Okay, cool. So I started the plot, chat. I found the plot. This is the business dude's cabin. But he is not in it because he is panicking in cabin 6 right now. So we're gonna do our usual, just have a quick chat with everybody, why not? Wow. Okay, so it's not that family, and also, wow. Just wow. So we'll be stopping around dusk. Good to know. I've already been in all of these cabins. I can't get back into the luggage cabin yet. You're not missing anything, right? No, you're just making delicious whatnot. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh. I love that Vivian emote, Jake Bop. It's a thing of beauty and a joy forever. Okay, so this cabin's mine, so probably nothing wrong there. This cabin has the ghost. He probably can't help us, but let's just double check. Super Saiyan Gengar. Cool. Good stuff. Okay, that toad isn't gonna help us. It's fine. This guy is probably not gonna help us either, but let's chat with him anyway. Oh wow, okay. That's good to know that the cook didn't hold a grudge. Okay. So she should be the one who's missing her gold earrings. Okay. So we have collected the search for the rich lady's ring, which is great. And there's only one cabin left. And Okay, it's really weird that it's not letting me read that. So now I have to find the NPC to talk to. No, wait. I think I know this one. Okay. So that's Zip Toad's cabin, and Zip Toad wasn't there. But we found a paper, and it's called a vital paper. And what I remember is that the businessman said that his briefcase was full of papers, as well as the prototype. So we're gonna go show this vital paper to the businessman and see if that does something. Because again, we are playing Fetch Quest, Find the NPC version, which involves lots of running back and forth on a train. Have you stumbled upon any new clues? What is this paper? What sort of clue is this supposed to be?
Ack! That's one of the contracts for my upcoming business deal!
What? I mean, yes, just as I suspected. Luigi, where did you find this very important clue? Cabin 1, you say? Yes. Zip Toad's room. A place I have long suspected. Yeah, so Snakebird Priestess, relatable. Like, I almost want to just be like, mood. Because, again, like, technically even finding the ghost requires thinking pretty significantly outside of the box on what you're kind of expecting to use in terms of your skills. So it's actually, I find it a little difficult, like when you're just cold doing this game, to like know exactly what you're supposed to do. Come to think of it, I do not believe I've seen him today. Then perhaps he is hiding somewhere on the train, always one step ahead. Very well, my dear Luigi, find that Zip Toad. So again, I'm just gonna do what I think I'm supposed to do. And then that's when we'll learn whether or not I have talked to all the NPCs that I need to talk to. Because that's always been my biggest thing. The impressions that I retain from having played this game before are the memory of what I had to do, not necessarily who I had to talk to so that the game actually allowed me to do the thing. So the autograph one trips me up every time. So we'll see if this is right. Because again, when we're trying to catch people, what better friend is there to have than Vivian? Okay, so I think I might have forgotten something important. Because this is not doing what I expected it to do. Which means I'm gonna go NPC chatting. Just chat him up real quick. So I have to find Zip Toad is the requirement. Maybe I was in the wrong place in the room. No, that doesn't seem like something the game would do, does it? Ugh. So go into room 2. Talk to her again. Okay, she is still obsessed with her jewelry. That's okay. It's fine, hun. Okay, he says the exact same thing. Nothing has changed for him. Oh, someone in my room. Aha! There we go. I found the NPC I needed, chat. Sure, Vivian. That is an assumption and a half, but I'll take it. Boop.
Zow! Where'd you come from? You won't be catching me that easily, guy!
And then he jumped on me. Guys, I think I accidentally speedrun stratted that because he's supposed to hop around the room a whole bunch. But I think I was standing where he hopped to first.
So, this was our man all along, pretending to be Zip-Toad, I see. All the while, pilfering things from others to aid your evil plan. Yes, this was all just as I had deduced. Thanks, Pennington. I knew all along you were a fake, yes. A discolored nostril hair tipped me off. And not only that, but I knew that you were the one who threatened Luigi.
Curses, I almost got away with it by getting off at Riverside Station, too.
Yes, you played a daring and ingenious little game, my false friend. But the jig is up now, fiend, and the good people on this train are now safe. That is correct, sir. No one escapes from this improbably large brain. Ahem, well, yes. In any case, at least return what you have stolen, Fink. It was the guy you just caught. Correct, Poison Darth Frog. Great accusations.
Bleh.
I got a briefcase, I got a gold ring, and I got some shell earrings. So that guy's freaking out, so I'm just gonna give him his briefcase back now. Our rendezvous with disaster was diffused by my most rudimentary of deductions. Yes, he is so modest, Michelle. He is the most modest of Detective Penguins, available in this game as NPCs. I would have gotten away with it if not for you meddling kids. It definitely has that vibe. Attention, all passengers. This train will soon make a brief scheduled stop at Riverside Station. I only got to give back one of the things. He's the modest mod. That's very funny. Guys, I think I might actually get some combat. Hey, I think not, Slick. You think you can hold me? No way. Beldam would flip if I let that happen. Poof. This whole Zip-Toad thing was just a means to an end. It's me, suckers. Duplis. Beldam's plan to gooify Mario didn't exactly work, so I'll be cutting and running now. I'll leave the rest to Beldam. See ya, suckers! Petulant Cobra, who would have thunk that this game might occasionally have combat? Cool. So I was just, you know, nicely in my room when that happened. So I'm gonna see if I can give back some stuff. Oh no, wait, that might be the way off the train. I'm gonna go this way first. Don't metagame Mario. That's fair, actually. Hey, you want your shell earrings back? Because I did find them. And I get a star piece! Nearly gold puff time. You're very excited for that. Oh. Save block. Always save before you do weird things. Okay, so cabin 2. That's where we can get back the gold ring. I like how when you're pushing the control stick, it just doesn't let you open doors and stuff. Ooh, 30 coins. That is a trifle. Star piece was better. So I just keep jumping randomly. There we go. This is the door. So somehow it's just metagame knowledge that Zip-Toad has escaped thus far. Until I see all of these problems.
Oh no! What do we do? Someone's lifted the drawbridge!
Okay, so we're gonna have to get the drawbridge back down. Fabulous. And as usual, Mario's being asked to do everything. But thankfully this guy gave me a key so that I can actually do the thing. Oh my gosh, my health and everything is like so fine. Switching to Goombella just in case there are new enemies here. Okay. My dear Luigi, our suspect was not only a fake Zip-Toad, he was a monstrous being in a white sheet, which was exactly as I suspected. Too bad he gave us the slip like that, so he was rather a slippery sort. Only competent resident of the Mushroom Kingdom on his business cards. Yeah, that seems accurate. We could have questioned him about all of that beldam business. Yeah, you're right. You could have, except Mario is the only competent resident of the Mushroom Kingdom. And so, and also of whatever kingdom this is. So that's a cool badge that I can't get yet. Luigi, go get Mario to drop the bridge. Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. She's gonna sniff that wrongly. Okay. Okay, so I need an elevator key. Very exciting. So this is the only door I can go in right now, chat. Sounds like fun. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. For no reason at all. Other than because I can. Flurry can just blow off, like, all the posters in this area. And it amuses me. Okay, so I could totally go under that. Oh, that looks helpful. And that needs a key. It looks better with them gone. Yeah, there are a lot of posters here. Okay. So, it's hammer time. This is very weird to me that these are the actual stairs in this station, that like they're made of paper and they fold down and you have to somehow like hit a switch to make them unfold. It just seems like a not very efficient way of doing anything. But I do need a key, which means I am going to try going up them and seeing what happens when I go this way. Oh, that's another poster. I'm offended. Just doing some tidy up, just, you know, getting rid of the litter. Thank you. Perfect. So where does this take us? Whoa! Not my favorite. Okay. Do I know those guys? What have I got on in terms of badges? Multi-bounce, power smash, chill out, quick hammer, damage dodge, card finder, okay, spike shield, power plus, emergency stairs in case a giant anthropomorphic cloud blows the main stairs away. Yes, definitely yes. So these are... I think we've only met these clouds. Okay, I think we don't know what they are like. So come back over here, Mr. Cloud. Thank you. Oh no, I broke. Oh no, I did the thing wrong. Oh no, I jumped on him instead of hitting him with a hammer. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do this twice in a row. Because the jumping was an automatic, like, first thing. So the next one will be hammers because there are 2 clouds in this room, and that's garbage. Run away or it's cheating. Okay, I can accept that too. Maybe. It might not let me run. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so now, let's try this again. There we go. Started with a hammer this time. Oh, lovely. So I'm gonna get dizzy spiraled. That is just a guarantee because I can't get to this guy at the back. Which is delightful. Wait, I might actually be able to. So the hammer time affects Mario, not Mario's partners, which is very lucky. Ah, yes! Thank you, Mr. Cloud. You are very helpful. Because it means I do not have to get dizzy spiraled, which would have sucked. However, now I'm curious to see if I can do this again. Come on. Ooh, I was facing the wrong way. That's fabulous. That's fine, though.
Okay, so again, because we're doing hammer time, I will use the points. Whoops. Missed my action command. See, fighting clouds with hammers isn't so hard, guys. Popped that wall real good, though. That is true. Fantastic. Okay, so I just speed up some clouds with a hammer. Chat, you heard it here first. Oh, I hate this one. So these things, like, I'm really bad at this. Honestly, I'm really bad at this, guys. And so you might see me fall a lot. Because these things, like, spiral, and, like, you fall off them at a certain point, but they don't all go at the same, like, time. Ho-ho! And so it is really stressful, occasionally, to try and cross them all. Then we go under there, right? That was the thing that we do. I don't think I can do anything on that side. I think I'm going to need to try to climb this, though. Which might... Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. Is there a hippity-hoppity redemption? So the Hammer Time redemption, Poison Dart Frog, is basically to allow you to choose either hammer or jump. And so you can basically input either one of those. I just called it Hammer Time because I find that more fun. There we go. Okay, okay. Now, I think I'm gonna need this guy. Cool! So all that to get a key. That is a very weird place to keep a key. Just, you know, just informing the station that that's a very weird place to keep a key. So it's the same redemption, you just have to tell me which one you're redeeming it for. And so in this case, it was hammer time. So we used hammers to kill a cloud, which was fantastic. Great gold puffs. Hammer you with my foot time. Yeah, fair. Actually, fair. That's pretty funny. Okay. There's a hole under here. Ooh, ugh, ugh. Do I know poison pokies? I might know poison pokies already. Get over here. I'm gonna hit you with my hammer. Except I missed. Which sucks. Lovely. Also lovely. 7 damage. My dude, Bobbery. You're so cool. I think it's because I have Power Up Partner and Power Up Badge equipped for myself too. So like, we overkilled those pokies some years. If I'd really wanted a challenge, I wonder if there are other gold puffs elsewhere? Because now I'm curious about seeing if I could actually beat them with only the hammer. I want to know what happens. Oh, good. That's all. I got a badge! Yay! So that's cool. There was just a... There's no kill like overkill. Ooh. Nice. And just, you know, the casual double backflip. From my man Mario. But unfortunately, Bobbery missed. Dude, read the room. Ooh, ouch. Yes, Paper Mario had Poke Mummies. in the desert ruins that were poison pokies like this, but they were, I think they only had 4 health because they were an earlier enemy. All of the Paper Mario enemies are like totally the same. They just might have slightly different names or like slightly different stats or whatever. How does an explosion miss? So Poison Dart Frog, that was because of the fog. The fog can make anything miss. But like, I agree, it shouldn't make an explosion miss. But at the very least, an explosion like clears out fog. And so it was good that I had Bobbery out for that, because otherwise I might have just been missing for a lot longer. That's weird. Delightful. Okay, very beautiful sunset. Oh, I'm seeing some posters, chat. You know how I feel about posters. Ooh. Dang it. Not fast enough. That's okay. Ooh. Ugh. Eee. Oh, I don't like that he's got a thunderbolt. I'm just gonna have to deal with the Pokey, guys. Because I don't want to deal with the Thunderbolt. Great. Dodging an explosion is even better than Neo. Yeah! Like, it's a skill for sure. Nice. Thank you for that wall collapse. Fantastic timing on that. I salvaged the combat, guys. Okay. But for real, though. You know what we say about posters. Not in this random abandoned train station. Really? Is that the only one I can get off with this set? I can't blow all of these away, only some of them. Well, that's very rude. Well, Notorious Mango, I am very glad your class is finally over, and it is lovely to see you today. I hope, was the class at least somewhat enjoyable? Oh no, another one. Oh, even worse. Ah! This. I'm probably gonna get hit with some thunder, chat. We say that to random posters. Okay, well, let's try explosion again. So annoying. Okay, if I'm gonna eat it, I will at least not waste my time. Ooh, you electrified yourself. Well, that's much better than using your Thunderbolt because, in fact, I can still kill you when you're electrified because you're on the ground. Boom. Not at this random abandoned train station. Okay. Thank you for being here, JakeBot. Lovely to see you. I hope you enjoy work. See ya another time. Poison Dart Frog, that's hilarious. Shakespearean. Notorious Mango, what are you studying? I'm getting attacked. I'm getting distracted. I'm therefore attacked. That's fine. This is gonna be very annoying. Because I do not think that she is the best person. Ugh, dang it. Creative writing major? That is very cool. That is some very cool stuff. I'm gonna do this. For no reason. Just because I can. Make everything go spin, spin, spin. And then I'm gonna switch for someone else. At least I guarded that time. Ugh. Heck, man. Ooh, 9 is a lot. But I want to see what it does. Beautiful. That was fantastic. I am basing this on the fact that I'm probably going to level up next episode. That sounds very cool to be a creative writing major at Notorious Mango. I did not know that. And so I really admire that. And I very much enjoy creative writing. So I think that's really cool that you're actually pursuing that. Okay, some of these look like I could blow them away. Just that one? Okay. Just that one, I guess. Just those two. And then this entire door! Ah ha ha ha! We will rid ourselves of all of these posters that do not belong. Okay, thanks, Flurry. That was really helpful. You're the bestest. Yes, Phalanx. It would have been much easier to probably just open the door anyway. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Pointy. Oh, that's unfortunate. There we go. I got it. Ugh. I don't like that pokey at the back there. Especially because I have to. Higher risk of a paper cut. Amazing. I think I kind of agree that I don't want to try and figure out the efficient way to do this fight. Risk it for the biscuit! You need to go with speed! Okay, so at least I got rid of the Parabuzzies. And he made me mini. That is irritating. Oh no, that's just my defense. That's not my attack. So it doesn't matter. Yes, so Poison Darth Frog, it is vitally important before you meet those creatures that you have the Spike Stomp badge, because otherwise, the heck are you supposed to do with them? They have stupid high defense. It's the worst. It's the worst. Oh, I could badge it up. But I know some boss fights that are coming up. Whoop! And then I completely forgot there was a second one of those guys. That's gonna make this awkward. But not in any serious way. Thanks, Kumbala. You're so great. At least I can flip them over for her and then she can just destroy them. That's absolutely what all of that's for. Whew, great time for a level up, honestly. So many things scattered everywhere. Okay, so that's something that we're going to want to explore, and that's something that we're going to want to explore, but I think we go in this order. So this is kind of a maze chat, and again, I am, like, mediocre at best at this. Whoops. Okay, so that is a thing that I wanted for sure. But I also think I wanted to be able to get over that hole actually. So I think this is not going to be where I want to end up. Okay, yeah, not precisely. I don't think they do poison Darth Frog, which is kind of terrifying, in all honesty. Like, I think they flip over every turn as well. Oh, guys. I'm gonna get a poison mushroom. I'm so good at hitting these. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, they flip over again immediately, which is great. And so if you're not killing them on the turn that you flip them over, you just have to do it again. Jesus. Okay. Problem is, I might also miss. Yep. Rude as heck, dude. That's fine. I dream of fighting off bugs while going downstairs? Val, that sounds very unfortunate. As the subject for a dream. Now I think Goombella got hurt, so I want to switch to her real quick before I collect that heart. Okay, perfect. Dried shroom, thanks. Ah. I think I did actually fall through the correct thing where I wanted to be, somehow. I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh. A gamey type dream? Yeah, that's fair. How interesting. That's funny. I don't think I can do this yet. Yeah, I cannot. That's fine. Hello, Mr. Goomba. Why is there a Goomba here? Such a normal enemy? Fine. Why does this place need so many keys? Valid question. Like, it's shut down, right? I don't know. There's so many keys in this place, though. Ooh, another Goomba. There were 3 Goomba. And now there's 3 Goomba. RPG logic, every door needs a key perpetually forever. Yeah, that is correct. That's fair, Foul. That does seem to be how a lot of games are. And if you're interested in seeing a game on day 1, I think Hey Menzel might be playing a game that was just released. So hopefully it won't have too many bugs. But later on tonight, there will definitely be some interesting gameplay. Aww! No more pop! That is very sad, Poison Darth Frog. Oh, yeah. You know what? Fair. Not worth getting up. Foul calling out K. Menzel already. Better, K. Menzel. You better publish that. Or I'm just gonna be in your chat telling you you haven't published. Okay. So we had to defeat those Goombas apparently to something boxes. Okay. Whoa. Oh, beer on the deck. That does sound fantastic. Again with these weird paper stairs, but okay. Okay. So that's weird that I can explore over there, but I don't get anything for it. This is one I think I can use Coops for. Give me that shine sprite. Thanks, Coops. You're the best. Their work! Hey, Menzel! 3 more acts, mini essay to write by midnight tomorrow. I think that's a good stopping point. I mean, that seems fair if you think you're budgeting your time well. And Val, that is a good point. There is more time left in the year. I'm just wondering if he means like those seasonal ones, and therefore he has kind of like missed out. So am I still looking for keys? Oh, no, I'm trying to get a key. Oh, okay. Cool. Got item. So I now have Ultra Boots, chat. Seasonal summer deers.
Hi, it's me again, Toadette. It's nice to see you. Way to get the Ultra Boots.
Okay. So there is a new jump attack, and I've been waiting for this for a while because there's something in Rogueport that I can't get. Yeah, K Menzel, you want to get fancy donuts this weekend? You want to go? So I can do a spring jump now. Press A, rotate, to crunch myself up, and then I fling myself into the air. You can grab pipes and you can move around. And so there's a lot of stuff that like I can now do in Rogueport that I couldn't do before. What do you mean open again? It was Toadette! Like are they shut down for renovations or something? I think I understand this. Okay, so spring jump does stuff. This is what we've learned. And I see a dripping pipe here, so I'm probably supposed to test this, you'd think. Oh, okay. Well, maybe next weekend then. And then I think I know what to do with this floor. Oh, good. They brought me to exactly the room that I wanted to be in. Except I need strong. Oh. And I need to press the right buttons. Nope. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, that skill. Ahem. Ahem. And then I can knock the key off. That was great. And I guess I just leave the same way I came in. So this is my new skill, chat. It's very fantastic. It's gonna let us get a badge way on the top floor. And it was very vital that we come here. And now there are other places, because I found a key. I am pretty sure that's what's going on. But also other things to fight. So it does give you stronger jump attacks if you're willing to pay for it, Voice of Darth Frog. It has given me an attack, actually. So I believe it has increased my jump attack by 1 for each jump. So now my normal jump should do 4 and 4 instead of 3 and 3. So I think I can actually kill the second Pokey in 1 turn now. It also has given me a spring jump, which is a different type of attack if I pay 4 power points for it. But why on earth would I do that? Yep. So it has increased my jump ability, my jump attack, by 1, making these Pokies one-hit KOs for the jump now. As opposed to for the hammer, which is again why Spike Shield is a very useful badge. But it is also a navigation utility. Oh, I hear more. Come here, come here. I want to try jumping on you. Come here. Oh. That was really weird. Oh, gross! I hate it. I don't want to fight 4 of these guys. Bye! Love it. No! I'm trying to get money! Pokey, be patient! I do not like how this game is requiring that I make decisions. Oh, Bobbery. Oh, so bad at that one. Delightful. These combats maybe are things that I'm used to fighting like before I actually have those boots, because if you take the wrong path, you land in this trash bin instead of in the trash bin up there, and you have to like go re-navigate everything in the weirdness of that. Wow, that was weirdly floaty. Okay, I didn't see anything that I needed. I'm just gonna see if I can get to... I wanna go this way. I wanna see what happens if I go this way. Yep. Okay, perfect. So I don't think I missed anything, which is the important part of this, because this is a very annoying place to get back to if you miss things. So all of that to get a key, right? I have a key now. And I'm trying to figure out where to go to put it in a door, right? Why am I losing track of where I am? I don't have time for this. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I go back this way? Nope. Oh! Wait, was it an elevator key? Yes, it was the elevator key. So I am right. I am going back this way. I was confused for a second. I'm like, why does it seem like I'm going the wrong way? So I think I'm gonna need Goombella. Maybe. Maybe not. And then the other thing that I can do is get this while I'm here. Hello, Brohan! Nice to see you again today. All the train business is finished at this point, right? Not quite in terms of like what's on the Excess Express. So I do still have to lower the drawbridge here and then I get back on the train. But there are events coming up, I think on day 3. Which is going to be Monday's stream probably, because I am almost done for today. When I finish this, I'll probably save right outside. Oh, delightful. Whoa, Mario, what are these things doing here? They're disgusting. Do you think these gross things flipped the switch? Let's hurry up and find it so we can switch it back. I think Flurry is a better choice than what I'm doing right now. Okay. That was a great pause point. Yes, so Brohan, you did miss, interesting. What is that? I'm curious. You did miss us solving some mysteries. So we had the mystery of the missing food. We had some missing earrings. We had Bub's birthday thing. Oh my gosh. So we finished the day 1 stuff. The simple stuff where we became an apprentice detective. And now, on day 2, we have caught Zip Toad, who turned out to actually be Dupless. Very confusing. And he ran away, and this bridge thing. And so this is where we are now. Again, I'm feeling like I'm missing something, but I did just succeed at doing the thing that I wanted to do. So now we're gonna go back, we're gonna find our save block, and then we're gonna think about... We did find boots. We did find delightful new boots that are fantastic. And we have to wait till we get back to Rogueport before we can take significant advantage of those to, I think, get the best hammer, which I am very much anticipating. So how is my health star, whatever? How are my friends? My friends are doing okay. But I need some TLC. Okay. So there we go. So you guys have seen day 1 and day 2 now of the XS Express, which again, just some lovely running around talking to NPCs and then running around finding keys. That seems to be the theme of this, is just so much running around, which is pretty great. But yeah, that's gonna be my stream for the day. I'm gonna be done today. As I already spoiled a little bit, I think Kimenzel's streaming later this evening. And so if you happen to want to come back for that, you'll probably see me in chat. I tend to hang out there a little bit. And as usual, I personally stream on Mondays and Thursdays, typically at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I think today is Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. And so I will be back Monday afternoon again, just, you know, just continuing this chapter of the XS Express, our hype train, our literal hype train, where we've completed day 1. We're nearing the end of day 2. And then what is going to happen on day 3, chat? What is going to happen on day 3? And so, like, it's gonna be fantastic is what it is. So I'm just gonna drop a raid message. Yes, thank you everybody who is here. It was really lovely, especially to see some people come back, and so lovely to see you again, Brohan. And everybody, I hope have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend and a wonderful everything. So I'm just gonna drop a quick raid message in chat. Can we future raid the pencil? I wish we could. That would be so funny. But instead what we're gonna do is we are gonna pop over and I think we're gonna raid ourselves the delightful Tanuki Dan, who's playing some viewer levels on Super Mario Maker 2 and is an absolutely delightful human being, a wonderful musician. Occasionally he sings when raiders stop by. I don't think he will today because I think he's still recovering from some surgery, but if you guys could all show him some love, just, you know, tell him he's lovely. He's got great hair, in my opinion, and it's just fabulous. So thank you everybody for your redemptions. Thank you for the fun time. Thank you for the fun chatting. I had a blast, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Bye!